don't care what you think, Professor. I came here as a favour, at your personal request. Perhaps I should not have done so. What gives you the right to speak to a woman in your private? Yes, I'm sorry. You feel yourself empowered. You say so yourself. To strut, to posture, to perform, to call me in here. You say that higher education is a joke and treated as such. You treat it as such. And confess to playing the patriarch in your class, to grant this, to deny that, to embrace your students. How can you deny it? Did it to me. Here. You did. You confess. You love the power to deviate, to invent, to transgress whatever norms have been established for us. And you think it is charming to question in yourself that taste, to mock and destroy. But you should question it, Professor. And you choose those things which feel advanced to you. Publication. Tenure. And you take those steps, although you say it is hypocrisy, but to the aspirations of your students, of hard-working students who slave to come here, you have no idea what it's taken for me to get here. You mock us. And from your so protected, so elitist seat, you hold our confusions as a joke, and our hopes and aspirations with it. And then you sit there and you say, what have I done? And ask me to understand that you have aspirations too. But I tell you that you are vile, that you are exploitative. And if you hold 1 ounce of that inner honesty that you describe in your book, then you can see the things that I see. And you can hold resolutions equal to my own. Good day.
What you doing?
So I'm walking and the sun is shining and it's a nice day for once. The sun's shining and it's a nice day and I was just sitting inside, sitting here, and I thought, okay, I'm going to go for a walk. I'm going to go for a walk because that's what normal people do, don't they? When the weather's nice, they go for walks. They go for walks when the weather's nice because they like fresh air and the sun on their faces. So I do that. And I'm on my own because I'm on my own. And the sun is low in the sky, but I don't mind it because it sort of goes this different shade of yellow that I like a bit more. So I go to the river and it's all right in the sun, under the dark blue sky. And I think, you know what? I'm going to feed some fucking ducks because I want to make this walk not just benefit me, but also contribute to animal society too. So I walk down the river and I find a nice stopping point and I look out over the water and I see the sun hitting the surface and the sparks are all in my eyes and it's nice. And there are a load of ducks, so I just start chucking bread in and the ducks go absolutely nuts for this bread, right? They look so fucking happy and they're eating. But then this smug fucking swan paddles up and he's all like high and mighty and the ducks kind of just stop. And this swan just swims in and just eats all the bread. And the ducks look really fucking sad now. Like some bullies just pulled their trousers down in the playground and they've shit themselves in front of the school. So I get really angry for no reason because I've not felt anything for fucking years and I just get this rush of anger and sadness for these poor ducks who looked like they needed a good feeding more than that stupid swan. So I just give the swan the finger. I did. I remember doing it. I just stuck my finger up at it and walked off down the river and thought about the ducks. But then I got this feeling that something was following me. So I turn around, it's that fucking swan. And it's following me, wanting more food, right? So I just carry on walking, but it follows me. So I turn around and just say, fuck off, you stupid swan. But it follows me and follows me and follows me. I just get so angry about it, not because it's following me, but because it took the duck's food. So I kneel down and I get some bread in my hand and I hold it out. And I'm like, yeah, that's it, well done, come on, have some food. And then it sort of like paddles over to me. And I'm like, yeah, that's it, well done. And then, when it gets really close, well then, I just do it. I just swing. But this old bloke's on the other side of the river, and he sees me, and he's like, did you just punch that swan in the face? And I'm like, no. You did, I just saw you. Not me. Must have been someone else. And he says, I'm going to call the police. And I'm like, oh, don't do that. It's only a fucking swan. It's not like I've just punched a baby panda and killed the last panda on Earth and now there are no pandas anywhere because the last one just got punched in the head in the fucking West Midlands. And he's like, you can't get away behaving like that. And then I just get even more angry and I'm just like, oh, fuck off. Go fuck yourself. You don't even know what I'm going through. I just wanted a nice fucking walk and you've ruined it now. And he says, I think you ruined it by punching that swan in the face. And then I just lost it. I was like, oh, fuck off, you old goat. Have this. And I just chucked all this bread that I had in my pockets at him. But he's on the other side of the river. So the bread just falls in the water and this fucking swan eats it all and swims off. Then I just walked home.
I have this reoccurring dream. I dream that I'm inside something warm and dark. Can't move. That's alright. I feel good in the warm dark. I can't tell where I end or begin because whatever is pressing against me is also me. I'm everything and nothing, atomized in the dark. But then I hear a noise. It starts quietly, just a little scratching, but then it gets louder and louder, and it sounds like metal on china, like forks on plates, like hundreds of people's cutlery scraping and banging on empty plates. And then the light comes, and whatever was keeping me still isn't there anymore. My arms flail slick with something, except they're not arms, they're wings. And when I try to scream, all I can hear is a rasping screech. Just once, when I woke up from the dream, there was a feather in my mouth. Must have been from the pillow. Have you ever dreamt anything like that?
No, you go. I don't feel like it. I've got to live a bit. Maxine, I'm dying. I don't know why, but I am. I don't know why I've been picked to have such a shit, awful life. What have I done that's so bloody wrong? So you can piss off with your let's be jolly routine. Let's pretend everything's all right and we'll have a good time like we used to in the good old days. Do you know something? I've never had sex. Yeah, I'm a virgin. Yeah, I know what I said, what we said, but that was just stories made up of me. You pretending to be grown up. But I'm not going to grow up. I'm never going to grow up. Become a woman. Have children. Why me? Why the hell does it have to be me? It's not fair. How would you feel if someone told you that you were dying? Yeah. Not easy, is it? You are going to die. You've got 4 weeks to live. What are you going to do? Yeah. Not so easy. And people are so full of understanding, so full of shit. Oh, I'd go on holiday. Oh, I'd travel the world. What is the point in spending time with strange people in strange lands? So you make lovely memories. Happy photographs to look back onto. When? I haven't got the time. I'm dying. What is the point in laying on a beach getting a suntan? So I look good in my coffin. So people will be able to gawk into my coffin with tear-stained eyes and say, she looks really good. Best suntan corpse I've ever seen. They can all fuck off. Sometimes I feel I don't have dignity. Write poems, raise money for charity. Be a symbol for people to look up to. But why should I? What has anybody ever done for me? Look at you. You're pathetic. Stood there not wanting to say anything in case you'll hurt my feelings. Making excuses for me. Oh, it's her condition. It's understandable. She's just feeling a bit down. Well, don't patronise me. Tell me to fuck off. Go on. Go on, do something.
What do you want? Come here. Come here. I won't bite. What did you do, eh? You go on the whirlers swirlers, eh? Have Coke? Coca-Cola. It's all right, boy. Don't be scared. Here, sit down. On that. Come on. There. Now, there's something I'm going to tell you, and your mum won't like this, so listen hard, because I'm only telling it once, right? See that? That's blood. Not just any blood, that's Byron blood. Now listen to me now and listen good, because this is important. I used to jump. Across Wiltshire, southwest, all over. One day here, 10,000 people showed up in Stroyer's Field, half a mile from here. They lined up 13 double-decker buses. Fair day, like today, but wet. It was raining, you know. ground was soft as butter. Now, Stroyer's Field slopes left to right, and it's rutted. And on the day, the wind was blowing straight down the field. And I raced down that ramp, and I took off. I hit that last bus so hard my boots came off. And that's what they want to see. They want to see you shatter some bones, swallow all your top teeth, tongue, and when they get you out, after an hour and 4 heart attacks, they want to see the ambulance get stuck in the mud halfway across the field. But when I get to the hospital, they found something out. I've got rare blood. Rarest blood there is. Romany blood. All Byrons have got it. I've got it, and you've got it too. Listen to me now. This blood is valuable to doctors, hospitals. So, every 6 weeks, I go up Swindon General and I give them £1 of my blood. And they give me £600. They need it, see? And I'm the only one they know's got it. So, when I sit there in that waiting room, waiting to go in, they treat me like a king. I can sit there, I can smoke, I can have a can right there in front of the nurses. And they can't touch me. People complain, but they can't touch me. They need me. See? They need me. So don't ever worry, because anywhere you go, if you're ever short, back to the wall, remember the blood. The blood. 8 and 4. Now, school is a lie, and prison's a waste of time, and girls are wondrous. Grab your fill. There's no manner's ever lain in his barrow wishing he'd loved one less woman. But don't listen to no one or nothing but what your own heart bids. Lie, cheat, steal, but fight to the death. Don't give up. Now show me your teeth. You'll be fine. Now, go on. Go find your mother. Go on, get.
My name's Rory. Yeah, I know, it's a boy's name. Yes, it is my real name. Yes, really? Alright, if you really have to know, my full name is Aurora. Yes, Aurora. I know, mortifying. It's weird. Like, the only people who like names like that are people with names like Bob or Sue or Tim. You like it? Try living with it. It's weird to think Mum wanted me to be the kind of person who'd suit the name Aurora. I wouldn't want to meet that person. Would you? Sounds like a right bent. I've totally forgiven her, as you can tell. Nobody calls me Aurora. Call me Rory and we'll get on fine. And this is Dad. Say hello, Dad. He's shy. Used to be a lot more talkative, didn't you, Dad? Lost a bit of weight too. It's weird to think a whole person's in here. This is Dad's story, really. He died, obviously. Car accident. Walking home from school. He was a teacher at my school. Mortifying. And a geography teacher. The worst. They didn't let me see the body before we got him cremated. I say we, but actually, I didn't have anything to do with it. And if you'd have asked me, I think you would have hated being inside a shitty urn for eternity. But nobody did ask me, did they? So, here we are. The funeral was fucking awful. The coffin, slides behind these red curtains. And all I could think about was how many other people had been burned in there, and who they were and what their family thought about when the curtain shut. And then I thought, unless they're really good at sweeping, how many other people are in there with him? Mum was a total state. She did a reading, but she was crying so much she could barely get the words out, which was actually a blessing because the poem she'd chosen was rubbish. He would have hated it. And then all my dad's work friends, which basically meant all my teachers coming to ours after for sandwiches, and relatives I'd never met, saying empty things like, "Oh, wasn't it a lovely service?" And I'm like, actually, my mum cried so hard she could barely string a sentence together. Then they burned my dad in a fire. So, lovely isn't really the word for it, Aunt Carol. I didn't say that, obviously. I made the tea. Nobody can talk to you if you're busy making the tea.